Hello and welcome to the Blackout podcast where I get to talk to amazing people who do amazing things. And today I'm so happy to have comedian, MC, host, my friend. I was just saying earlier, I have English, Yoruba name Sunday Ayodele, Mr. SACO Empire himself. Thanks for coming to the podcast today.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. And I've been looking forward to this podcast for a long time.
Yo, we've been trying to make it happen, but you are always traveling. In fact, you traveled back in.
Yes, I came this morning. And
So-
I'm traveling out again
Oh
in a few
my
hours.
God. So let's I love kind of going back to the beginning. Like, how did the comedy thing start for you?
Comedy, for me, I think I've granted this interview so many times, came as a gift at a time of my life where I needed it. One of the formative things that happened to me growing up as a teenager was I was determined. I was very hyperactive, very, very hyperactive. I couldn't sit in a place. I was a member of a choir, and so during rehearsals, I make people laugh. I distract people, not make people laugh. I distract people. So sometimes I'm always standing up. We face one punishment or the other, and they kind of felt, okay, we have a song to introduce on Sunday. This guy will introduce it, and so it began to come gradually. And I had friends that had great sense of humor back in high school, and so that's how it started. It just started like a joke until I began to harness it and began to say to myself, this is something I'm passionate that every time I hear that there's an event happening, I'm going to the place. I will get crash the event. I will say, have you gotten an MC? Have you gotten a comedian?
Wow.
And then I was ready to do it for free because I just wanted to release that energy, and then and as a teenager, so I sat down one day and I said, what name do I want people to call me? I used to watch the Night of 1,000 Laugh, the comedians, comedy concerts, and then I said to myself, what name do I want people to call me? My first name is Sunday. And then I sat down, do I want people to call me? There were a lot of Baba, Ali Baba, Oma Baba, there were a lot of Babas. And I said, do I want these people to call me Sonny Baba? I just felt, I don't want this Sonny Baba. I just wrote down my name. And I think I can't take the place of God, because I know that it was inspired by God. And education. Education is also very important, whether the formal or the informal education. But I think the more of the formal, as you grow, you begin to realize that in the street, you need to understand the informal education, where it's good to be educated, but if you are not formal, if you don't know the street sense, it might affect your. So, and then I just wrote down all my names. So I'm from Ondo State. My mother is from Delta State. So my dad gave me the name Chuka Madu. Igbo means God is greater than man. I speak Yoruba very well. I speak Igbo very well. And then I wrote down the name Sunday Ayodele Okundalaiye, which is my surname. And then after I got the name SACO, SACO.
Oh, that's right. SACO.
I just wrote SACO, and then I remember as a teenager, I used to write down my names at the stairs. So as I'm walking down, I'm seeing SACO. I didn't understand what it meant, but gradually I began to see them. I began to see names. I began to go to countries, as years after, I began to see myself. So this is what I saw as a teenager, and that's how I got here.
It's like you kind of manifest all this.
Manifest, yes. That's why I'm very intentional about what I say with my words, what I see and what I say. It's very important. I don't even play around it.
So you kind of harness this energy, this hyperactivity into doing this thing you love. But one thing, like how much, because I've seen your YouTube videos, they're hilarious. Like how much of the online social media thing did you start using as you were starting your journey? So when you began?
So I wasn't really in with the online. Are you saying my personal things or other person's?
No, kind of like the videos you put online.
Well, the videos I put online were places where I'd gone to. So when I come, I begin to ask for my videos. So at the beginning, I wasn't keen about putting up my videos. Most of the jobs that I got, or I still get today, come from referrals, where people say, "Oh, have you heard of this person?" Yes, called. And as I grew older in the place of study, I realized that it's called the Black Strategy, where do all the adverts in the world. If somebody does not speak about you, it's a lot. We can make a decision about somebody, even if you're watching the person's video. I would say, let him do the advert. Just do it.
Yeah.
I'm not a market, but if I say a word, I say that guy is good, I think we should look at something. It changes the concept.
It does.
Okay, so it's good to do your advert. it's good, but also when somebody speaks about you, where you can't even, so that my jobs come from referrals, and then I began to cut the videos of my performances that I did for free, majorly. Most of the videos that I did were basically free, and then I would cut. I said, this is the only thing I can say is a proof. Because if you want to get into a place, offer to do something for free. It already gives you a foot in the door, And so when they say, "Oh, you're doing free and you're giving good," you're not giving because they are giving free. You're giving good content and you're giving good stuff. They would allow you. The next time they'll recommend you. I have flown from Lagos to London to do an event for free before. Not once, not twice.
Your cost?
Yeah, my cost. Yes, I
Wow.
flew from Lagos to London because I saw a comedy show and I said, I've not gone to a comedy show in London before. And I booked my flight. And then I went to do the event. And guess what? I got another event after. They brought me to London.
So it's
and
like you plant the
I
seed,
planted a seed.
then
That event took me to France, all
wow.
expense paid, from doing something free. So, and when I went to do free, I did a wedding that I was paid £1,000
Wow.
from free. So I learned, and I've seen it work for me so many times. It's worked for me that you want to get into place, offer to do things for free.
It's you say that, but like these days I notice people like kind of don't do things for free, don't do things for free. But like, how do you navigate that?
Yes, how do I cut? So one of my coaches says, if you can do for free, you can do for a fee. So if you've done for free, and then you go in there what, and then I remember, okay, so I share with you quickly. When I went to London to do that event in London for free, in fact, when my first boss, MC Mark, that gave me, so the name SACO involved to being the senior advocate of comedy. I don't know if you read that up. So back in University of Ilorin, I just SACO, and then my boss, MC Mark, moved my name from SACO to the senior advocate of comedy. That I wanted to do comedy. I wanted to do law. I wanted to study law, but since I couldn't study law, it was accounting. And I wanted to become a SAN. I said, okay, senior advocate of comedy.
Right.
So, and I saw that it started working for me. So he moved to London, and so I was basically staying in this place. I was sleeping in his house in London. At this time I had another. For years, for the first year I started traveling, I was always staying in his house. When he goes to work, I take care of. And for me, it's a trade by barter thing, and that was not it. It was just for me to serve. I've always loved to serve. Service is one of the things that have also worked for me. Ready to serve. Mentorship has changed my life. So I went to do this event in London. When I went for that comedy show, it was in 2014, May. And like I said, I saw the comedy, and then I went through I saw my boss was on the bill. I said, sir, I'm going to come for this comedy show. And I said, okay. And then he introduced me to the owner of the event. And when she was going to introduce me, she introduced me like, I don't know this guy. Like, if he's not funny,
Not my
it's not my fault. It came in from, you don't understand when somebody's saying, I don't know him.
Right.
But if he messes up, if he does not, that was all, it was a caveat that she put. She didn't know I prepared for the event. I prepared myself for that gig before I left Nigeria. It's okay to prepare, but there's a place of the grace of God. I can't take that place, I can't take that out. And then he gave me 10 minutes, and I maximized 5 minutes. It was like catching the place on fire. Pam, 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 pam. Just while they were enjoying it, I just said, thank you so much, that's my time. Oh, God. When I said thank you, they were
like, we want more. We want more.
That was where I heard them. So you know what? I've given you.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when people take drugs. People have never taken drugs before. They test them with the little. They give them for free. They give them drugs. They give them hard drugs for free, and then they know that this deposit I've made, I promise you, the God of this commission will take it back from you.
Right.
And that's how it happens.
Right.
Every other person that has come out to say I started taking drugs started from
just a tiny thing.
Just a tiny thing. Just takes a sip it, and then you begin to sell all the things to buy it. So it's in the place of investing and then getting it back. So as soon as I did it, a comedian came up after me, and he didn't meet up to the performance that was not on the bill. And then she came to meet me and said, you need to perform. I said, if I'm going to perform, you need to pay me.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
I said, I'm going to pay. At that point, I didn't want to say she sold her birthright, but she basically knew I knew what I can't come all the way from Nigeria and not be funny. It won't be funny. So
Yeah.
and then when I was done, she told my boss that she gave me a particular amount, and from there, the next year event, I was on the bill.
Nice. So, like, let's talk about, because you said you actually prepared from Nigeria. How do you prepare? So, to me, one of the, like, I love watching all these talent shows, like America's Got Talent, all
Yes.
these things. Like, people will jump, everything, but one of the most difficult things to do is to make people laugh.
Yes.
Because what I'll find funny is not, well, you'll find funny, what not people find funny, but how do you prepare your jokes? Like, where does it start? Is it something you just see on the road of like, oh, that's funny, then?
Okay, so it's a place of observation where you begin to observe some things. Observe. So as I was very hyperactive as a child, as I decided to grow, I am not hyperactive any longer because I can't. What am I hyperactive about? I was doing that as a child, but I don't do that. So in the place of, if you don't know me as a comedian, I will observe the things I observe. I observe the comparisons. I do compare. Most of my jokes is being of compare, comparison, comparing the things that I enjoyed in Africa and what I see now in the Western world. So it comes to mind. Sometimes I write them down. I saw this one work. I'm currently working on a particular joke about fish right now, and then it's currently building. Yes, fish. It's currently building because, especially in the atmosphere where I am right now, my plan is not to be only to the African market, also to the right. Yes, because that is where I am. I'm currently in Canada, so I need to begin to do jokes that involve, everybody, that carries everybody along. So that the place of preparing a material, testing it out. Sometimes I test the joke out with my wife. My wife is a very good critic. And
She doesn't mean
oh,
so
she
much.
doesn't. She criticizes me and says. Sometimes she asks me, "Is this a joke or are you joking?" And sometimes I feel bad. But I think the best thing you can do is to allow your wife. If I'm not confident, I'm not secured enough, I'll take it personal and say, "You're not, But I just share the fish joke with her. So just want to go work.
Okay.
So there's a place where she criticizes me, and guess what? 50 to 100%. Sometimes she's 60% sure, but sometimes I will still go ahead and try it out. What makes me different is I have a joke. My jokes come from experience. I'm married for 11 years, married a different tribe, had to understand their tribes, got rejected US visa twice. Some people will understand if they've been rejected visa before, how they will feel. It's universal. Where you see the rejection and you are sure you even
You've
take it to
done
the light.
everything.
You take it to the light to be sure that if it was rejection or you're rejected in the US embassy and say we are sorry. So don't tell me we are sorry. What is the problem? And the people begin to analyze, especially in Lagos, if you've been rejected visa, US visa, it's from afar. That's where you parked your car. It was very close. But when you come out from the embassy, you will know that where you park your car is far. Because when you say 1,000 miles step with a step, no, your step will not be 1,000. But you just realize, and people begin to analyze you. They don't give up.
Get it?
People will argue and say they didn't give it. Let's bet it. I said they didn't give him. Say, see, it's not white paper they gave me, it's blue. I think in Abuja they give pink. So you'll be very sober. You know what I say, bros, they don't give you. They don't give you. No problem. If you apply again, you can.
Right.
I was rejected twice. I know that feeling.
Yeah.
But I got to a level where I said to myself, I cannot be rejected visa again. That's the level that I am. I've gotten to that level of confidence. But that was a place where I was scared, so people can relate. I've gone to a place where I bought a car that almost killed me.
Oh my God.
That I thought it was a car, but it was a catalog, and then and I'll be driving the car and I'll be so scared. I said, God, I promise you, if you can take me to this place, I'll serve you for the rest of my life. I can't, please, just help me. If this car stop here, a lot of things will happen. So when I bring my jokes from there, people relate. 3 things that affects you. One of the things that I learned as I grew up. 3 things that influences your life: what you listen to, the friends you keep, and what you see.
What you see.
What you see is important. What you see. So I'm careful what I see. I'm careful what I listen to. I don't take words for granted. Words. As an African, I can't be in an elevator and ask him, "You're telling me, are you going down?" I won't answer you because I can't go down. It's the elevator that is going down. I'll tell you, I'm not going down. The elevator is going up. If you do not know how to say it, If you ask me, is the elevator going down? I would not. Elevator is the one going down. I'm not going down. All right.
Right.
So that's how it comes. It comes from preparation. Comes from, and then the huge part of comedy is a punchline. The punchline is very essential. Where you are going to, people want to know what the punchline is. But sometimes, if you're not careful, people will show. Are you sure? You sure you've got to the punchline, or should we just punch you because you crossed the line? All right, so I'll just stop here.
Yeah, I mean, so let's talk about Halifax Must Laugh, right?
Yeah,
The show, you've done it twice, two
twice.
versions
Yes.
now. And why was it important for you to do the show, and how was like the logistics for getting it upon?
Okay, so first, when I came in 2021, came in to see my wife when she came in as a student, and then I brought my children in July 2022, and I said to myself, I stayed for some time, and because I was used to working every time, and then I began to take note. For that period, I was always traveling to Ontario to do events, and I had not seen anything coming to, and I said I was going to do something not for me, but for Halifax. So that's why I call it Halifax Must Laugh. And the concept came from, okay, the place of what do I call the name of the show? It's not about me, Halifax. Let's come out and laugh. Okay, and then for the first one, I had the privilege of bringing the veteran, okay, Bakassi, the
I
Don.
don't know how you managed to pull that, but
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, okay, Bakassi, I had to, and then guess what? My visa didn't even come out. Oh, I did Dropbox at the U.S. Embassy. I had an event in the U.S. that I couldn't attend, that I was supposed to attend. So I just did Dropbox, and my passport didn't come out, so I wasn't even around for the maiden edition.
Oh my
But it
gosh.
went well. We had 4 comedians, and it was fun. You had to get a small venue because it was the first time, and then it went well. And when I came back in June, in July, people were saying, your show was good. Your show was good. And then I planned for the other one. And we had, the first one, we had about 200 and something people. This time we had almost 500 people. But logistics is, I have to use my money. I have to use the money that I use from events to start, to pump it in, it's expensive to do event here. Get cameras, get to cover it. The first one that we had, that I should have cut, and at least start putting out online. The video person thought that it was recording. All the videos didn't get recorded. We had the video, but the audio was not there.
No.
So that for me was like a loss the first time, but it wasn't loss in sense that I couldn't get something, but the fact that people still say, oh, we saw it. So people told the other people, So I did this one now and it went well. I had logistics trying to get some people. I was supposed to get Alibaba this year, but it didn't. His visa also didn't come out, so and I had to fly in one of my friends, a cappella from the US, booked his flight. He was with me for 6 days. An event that was not supposed to happen for 1 day, so I had to accommodate him for 6 days, feeding and all these things, and I still paid him. Yes, he did. He gave me a huge discount, but you know how it is. It should have been avoided. But it's starting point, and this year I got more support from the president of the Association of Nigerian Canadians. I got a lot of support. People started and I said, this event is not about me, it's about all of us. And yes, I can only use my influence to bring in guys. I'm already preparing for guys coming next match May, because I want that by the time they're coming in, I am fresh. I am not going through stress, because logistics, picking them up at the airport, I had to drive them, which I'm not supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to gradually begin to delegate. But it's a starting point.
That's it.
Yes. Next year now I'm planning to do 4 cities. So I do Halifax, May 18th. I do other New Finland, like that, gradually.
Nice.
I'm aiming for 4. It might be 3, but at least it's better than what happened this year. So the logistics is a lot. I'm trusting God to have partners, sponsors, probably get some funds also to bring in some people from Nigeria to come. Yeah, so that's why, gradually I moved to Halifax, moved to other neighboring places that artists haven't come. Because they don't put it in the map, they just put name all the Regina, Winnipeg, and Halifax is
It's
not.
never,
It's
yeah.
not in it.
And we have a pretty beautiful city.
Beautiful
Man,
city.
I'm having all this conversation, but I know you're a super busy person. So before I let you go,
Yes,
though,
please.
you've been making me very happy. So I want to let you go away with a magic. I'll borrow this space here.
Okay.
So these are numbers between 1 and 60.
Yes.
I want you to choose one number in
Yes.
your head.
Yes.
Here's a sheet here with a pen.
Yes.
Write the number. Don't show me. Just point to the camera when
Okay.
it's ready.
Okay.
Between 1 and 60. Then I will try and tell you the number.
160.
Between 1 and 60.
All of them from here.
No. This is what will help me. Just in your mind, write any number between 1 and 60 on the paper.
All right.
And then point it to the thing once you have it. Okay?
Okay.
So that number can be, it's going to be on at least one of these cards, but it can be more than one card, right?
It can be more than one card.
Okay, so you are going to walk me through it. Just is your number in this card?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Here?
No.
No. Here?
No.
No. Here?
No.
Here?
No. Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
And here?
it's also here, yes.
Okay, this one is a little bit hard. So these are the three. It's not in any of these ones.
No,
right?
it's not.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna tell you now. So this is your number 28. 28. Is it 28, SACO?
It's 28.
Magic.
Okay, who are you? Who exactly?
Thank you for coming.
I'm not serious. Okay, who are you? Israel is not. Tell me your name is Israel.
Yes.
No, Israel Abalis or Israel Badisha.
Israel in the Bible, man. They changed my name from Jacob to Israel.
20.
SACO, thank you for all the amazing things you do. I can't wait for the next Halifax Must Laugh. And
Yes,
thank you for
that you'll be
coming to
part of.
Of course.
Yes,
I'll be part of.
You'll be part of. It's recorded that you'll be very proud of because I need that. I need that support, man. I need that support, and I need more persons to know about it. It's an evening of comedy where, and by the way, Topo Alabi will be coming in July. Wow. So yes, it's confirmed July 25th.
Nice.
Yes, so because we need to plan, yes, so that people will know when to take their break and take their. That's what I'm trying to do, bring in other people to come in. In fact, someone was reaching out to me and said they wanted to bring Ashaka. Wanted us to bring Ashaka. I said, Ashaka is a big deal.
That's massive.
Yes, the guy was, as he was just saying it, guys, it's a big deal. But,
you never know.
You never know. So I'm not going to say never. If you want us to do it, but it's a big deal. So, but let's start with the ones that I've worked with and I kind of have influence. Let's bring them in.
Step by step.
Step by step.
Thank you so much for coming today.
Step by step. Step by step.